Tashidele, we are here at the venue of the second International Tibet Youth Forum organized by Department of Information and International Relations of Central Tibetan Administration. And this year the forum is hosting 105 Tibetan youth from 13 different countries around the world, mainly comprised of members and coordinators of Voluntary Tibet Advocacy Group. The group is the wing under the department which works toward strengthening the Tibet advocacy and garner more international support for Tibet. For this conversation, we have invited two of the coordinators from Belgium, Ms. Tenzin Peldon, and from Austria, Ms. Tenzin Zomkey. Welcome to our program.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
So good to have you here on our program. So to start with, can you introduce the regional VTAG in Belgium and also the current status of membership there?
So, Tashdele, I'm Tenzin Peldon from Belgium. I'm currently not the VTAG coordinator anymore. We have a new coordinator. I was the past coordinator. And we have, I think, around 35 registered VTAG members. However, we only have around 10 to 11 active members. But we did realize that the numbers were not important. It was like the task we do together that's more important. So we're not focusing too much on the membership for now. So we're good with the people that we have now.
Okay, and what about you?
Yes, so I just became the coordinator for VTAG Austria just a few weeks ago. And as for Austria, since it's a small country, we only have around 12 members. And half of them are fully active and the other half participate in various projects if they have time. So that's for the members in Austria.
One of the main responsibility of the VTAG member is to advocate or initiate advocacy in your country, in your case Belgium and Austria. So also to garner international support for Tibet through the initiative from the young people. And also for a VTAG member, a strong commitment is required to work on the advocacy front. So can you share with us some of the activities or campaigns in little more detail from the last year?
I'll go first. In our case, we started, the first project that we had was the International Children's Day. So there we raised issue on the colonial boarding schools. We made flyers, we distributed it in major Belgian cities. We also had an Instagram post about it so that people are aware that children in Tibet are suffering. They're not able to speak their own language. So yeah, that was the first campaign we did as a group. And then on International Human Rights Day, we had a global campaign with all the VTAG members, and more recently we were pretty engaged on the EU for Tibet campaign, and for that we had to ask for pledges, right, from the candidates of the European Parliament. So we have members that personally met with these candidates, explained the situation in Tibet, asked to sign the pledge, and so we're hoping to work more on this level. Yeah.
What about you?
Yes, as for Austria, so we regularly meet with the local parliamentarians in Vienna. So that's one of the things that VTAG Austria does. And so we meet the parliamentarians in order to build a connection with them, in order to help the cause for Tibet. Because then with the governmental support, we can do more. And for the major projects we had, one of the bigger ones were, we had a forum where also the Sikyong was invited into the parliament by the members of parliament, because we got in contact with them. That was one of the major things. So it was like a whole weekend thing where we also had the Sikyong present a youth talk towards the young Austrians. We also made sure that we have a press conference with major newspapers from Austria. So besides that, we also were in contact with the city council, where we were able to explain the situation about Tibet to her. She then introduced the topic of Tibet in the city council and condemned China on the colonial boarding schools. So we do a lot of political advocacy more in Austria.
And Peldon, this is your second Tibet Youth Forum. You were here last year. So, what was the takeaway, and how effective or the learnings from the conference last year was when you went back? And did you face any challenges when doing the advocacy work, actual work? Yeah.
Oh, well, I started. I joined VTAG when it started, like into 2021, I think, and we didn't really know what to do exactly. So we were waiting for CTA to let us know what we have to do. So the first year was like a little like we didn't do anything because we didn't really know what to do. And joining the forum, it was like more clear what we had to do because we made an action plan at the end of the forum. So then we tried to follow the action plan, which was like engaging with other TSGs, like Tibet support groups, within Belgium as well. So we built relations with TSGs, ICT, Office of Tibet. So we didn't really plan anything yet, but working with these organizations, which are already established, was the first step. So that's one of the
Creating a network with the other support groups.
These active groups was beneficial for us because we are all new to this activism journey. So,
and most of you young people, Tibetans, going to colleges, is it, or working?
Yeah, I just finished studies, but I know that all my members, they're all in college right now. So, yeah.
And to take out time from the studies is also...
especially during exams, it's pretty hard, but we always have few active members. Like if they're not able to do this project, they will be present for the next one.
Okay, and Zomkey, so this is your first time to attend the International Tibet Youth Forum, right, here in Dharamshala. And what do you aim to achieve from this forum, and what are you looking forward to? Because this is the first day. This morning we just had the open mic or the session with the Konsi Gyongla, and also we had the leadership on training on leadership rights. So what are you planning to achieve more from this? What are you looking forward to more?
So generally I was already excited about coming here because I've been a member just a few months, but we already have done so much. So as for the youth forum, I think I'm really excited about just learning how VTech functions globally, because we only know what's happening in Austria and what's happening in the world through social media. So getting in contact with the other global VTaggers and getting to know how they work, as well as how the CTA works, because I think being here really connected to the CTA, it shows it all on a different scale. So just learning more about VTag and the CTA, that's what I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm. And what about the future plans when you go back to your country? Do you have any ideas?
We definitely are going to work on the EU level, like I just mentioned, EU for Tibet campaign, because we have already established a connection with these MEPs, and some of the MEPs, like the candidates, got selected, those who signed pledges. And I think we will try to build more connection with them, and we're hoping to join the youth, it was a lobby week organized by ICT, so we hope to join this lobby week so that we can also personally meet these MEPs and just talk to them more privately or personally. And also hold more workshops. I feel like as members we need some trainings for ourselves, but also have these workshops to invite other new youth from Belgium, especially because we have a lot of younger generation there.
Belgium is a big community.
It is. We're around like 7,000 Tibetans in Belgium, so we hope to engage them more, encourage them to join VTAG and do something for the cause. So definitely workshops and working on the EU level, so meeting politicians.
Mm-hmm. And what about you? Do you have any same ideas or same? Do you have any ideas regarding, like just now, Peldon, she talked about the EU for Tibet, right? So do you have the similar thing, or what you plan to do when you return back home? any plans in the future?
Yes. So as for Austria, we're also in the EU for Tibet campaign, so we'll definitely keep in contact with our members of parliament for this campaign. And besides that, in autumn we have like a new government election coming in Austria. So with that we are planning to get in contact with new parliamentarians in order, because we may think that some of our current supporters may leave the parliament, so we have to make new connections. So that's one of the points, as well as just getting in contact and connecting the VTech members and other Tibetan youth in the different regions of Austria, because right now we're majorly focused in Vienna, because those are the most active members and where we are connected to the nearest, but we want to also go in all the regions of Austria.
Mm. Yeah. And can you talk to us about the, or share us any success story in terms of advocacy work?
Success stories, I'll go back to the EU for Tibet campaign, because I feel like it was, for Belgium at least, we had around 23 pledges signed from our MEPs, like candidates. I think it was a really successful, apart from Belgium, and I think it made us more confident, just being on that level, because we have always done something like we've just had like these, like on social media we would post stuffs, but then working on the EU level was a confident booster kind of, so I think that was a success for us.
And what about you?
Yes, as for Austria, I think the forum was a pretty big success, because getting the Sikyong invited into the parliament by the members of parliament from different parties of the Austrian government was quite big. And also we had a conversation there with the parliamentarians where we were able to, it wasn't really needing of convincing them, but like they were very glad to join an official friend group of Tibet in parliament. So that's like a friend group of parliamentarians of different parties who would then meet us regularly in order for us to keep them updated about Tibet-related issues, and also just on what kind of projects we are working on and how maybe they can support us, or if they have any tips on how we can even better that. So that is quite a success.
Mm-hmm. So these are my questions for this conversation on VTech and your initiatives back then in your country. So do you have any other information or information that you'd like to add?
Well, I'd like to say to the Belgian Tibetan youth that you don't have to know everything from the beginning. Like, it's okay to not know the history, the language, but it's just the fact that you join, because I also came in without any knowledge, like I was scared to speak. So I just want to say, don't be too scared, just join, you'll learn eventually, every day, every week, every year, you learn, you join these forums, conferences, you learn so much. And as a Tibetan, I think it is our responsibility to do something, like to keep the cause alive, because I feel like sometimes it just dies. So join us.
I only agree with that, because of course you can't know it all from the beginning. So as for the Austrian youth, I hope you all come and join VTech, because I know you all. So let's work with Tibet.
Thank you. So thank you so much for taking out your time today from the very interesting conference forum that is going on right now, and it is lovely having you two in our program. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. With this, we have come to the end of today's program of In Conversation with Tibettv. Thank you so much for watching.